All right, today we're going to dive deep, really deep, into one of the planet's biggest mysteries, the bioluminescent secrets of the Oceanic Abyss. We're going to explore a world made of living light.
You know, we always look up at the night sky for a light show, right? The stars, the galaxies. But what if I told you the most incredible, most vibrant light show on Earth isn't up there at all? What if it's happening right here, in the pitch-black, crushing depths of our own oceans, where the sun has never, ever shone?
Okay, so picture this. We're leaving the sunlit surface that we all know, and we're just descending. Deeper and deeper we go, into a world that plays by a completely different set of rules. A world that has no idea what a sunrise or a sunset even is.
And when I say deep, I mean deep. We're talking up to 11,000 meters down. To put that in perspective, that's like taking Mount Everest and plunging it into the ocean, and you'd still have room to spare. The pressure down there is just immense, over 1,000 times what we feel right now. It's an environment that honestly seems like it should be totally hostile to life.
Just try to imagine it. You're in a place where sunlight has never reached. Not once. It's a world of constant, absolute night. It's cold, and there's this unimaginable weight just pressing in on you from every direction. It's basically an alien world, right here on our home planet.
So for the longest time, people just assumed this place, the Abyss, was a total void. You know, a lifeless, empty desert under the sea. But the truth, the reality is so much cooler. It is absolutely teeming with life. It's this vibrant, complex ecosystem, packed with creatures that have come up with the most incredible ways to thrive in the dark.
So, in a place with absolutely zero sunlight, how does life even work? Well, it found a pretty brilliant solution. It just became the light itself. This is a world where living things literally create their own dawn.
And the key to this whole thing is something called bioluminescence. Now, it looks like pure magic, but it's really just some super elegant chemistry. Basically, you've got this molecule, luciferin, and it reacts with oxygen. An enzyme helps it along, and poof, you get a little burst of light. Think of it like a controlled cold fire. It is life, literally glowing in the dark.
And this living light isn't just for looking pretty. No way. It's actually a super complex language that's all about survival. It can be a romantic signal saying, "Hey, I'm over here," to a potential mate. It can be a sneaky lure for dinner. Or it could be a sudden blinding flash to scare off a predator. It's how you talk when you live in the endless night.
Someone once described it as an underwater galaxy, and I think that's just perfect, because it's not just a bunch of glowing fish swimming around. Every single little flicker, every pulse of light tells a story of survival, of wonder. It's a life-or-death drama playing out in the deep every single second.
So who are these amazing artists painting this dark canvas with their own light? Well, let's meet some of the true masters of the Abyss.
And first up, we have to talk about maybe the most famous resident of the deep, the anglerfish. This creature is an absolute master of the ambush, especially in total darkness.
The anglerfish's whole strategy is just fascinating. You see that famous glowing lure? That's not just a little light. It's a perfectly evolved fishing rod. It dangles this little glowing bait, kind of mesmerizes smaller fish, and draws them right up to its giant, waiting mouth. And it does all this while its body is just built to handle that insane, crushing pressure. But hey, it's not all about hunting. Let's shine a light on another master, the bioluminescent jellyfish. They use their glow in a totally different way, but it's just as brilliant.
A lot of these deep-sea jellies have basically invented a luminous alarm system. So if they get attacked, they let out this brilliant flash of light. Now, this isn't just to startle the attacker. It's actually a burglar alarm. The flash is designed to attract an even bigger predator that might come and eat the thing that's trying to eat the jellyfish. It's such a clever and risky defense mechanism.
So you're probably thinking, okay, this is all amazing, but if this world is so deep, so hostile, how on earth do we know any of this, right? How do we even get a peek into this hidden world?
Well, it's a huge effort, and it relies on some pretty incredible tech. We send down these advanced submersibles and what are called remotely operated vehicles, or ROVs. These are basically our eyes and hands down there. They navigate the pitch black, they record everything they see, and sometimes they can even grab samples to bring back to the surface. And that's how we start to unlock all these secrets.
And what's so wild is that this is still a brand new frontier. I mean, think about this. We have mapped more of the surface of Mars than we have of our own ocean floor. It's crazy. So every single mission, every single dive has the real potential to find a new species or see behavior that no human has ever seen before.
Now, I know this all might feel like some distant alien world that has nothing to do with us up here, but the truth is the health of the abyss is deeply, deeply connected to the health of the entire planet, and that absolutely includes us.
But even though it's so far away, this incredibly fragile ecosystem is facing some very real threats from our world. Just look at this. The biggest threat is from the impacts of climate change, which are being felt even in the deepest parts of the ocean. And right behind that, the growing push for deep-sea mining, plus all the pollution that finds its way down there. We're putting this unique world at risk before we even really understand it.
So why should we care? Why is it so critical to protect this place? Well, for starters, it's a hotspot for unique biodiversity like nowhere else. Plus, the very chemical reactions that create this living light could lead to huge breakthroughs in medicine and technology. And really, at the end of the day, how can we say we're taking care of our planet if we ignore its largest and most mysterious habitat?
It really all boils down to this: the incredible, profound beauty of this hidden world, and its huge scientific importance that gives us every single reason we need to protect it. This world of living light that has thrived for millions of years in total darkness, that's one of the greatest treasures our planet has.
So here we are, at a crossroads. We've got the technology to either exploit this hidden world or to explore it with wonder and respect. The abyss is still holding on to countless secrets. So the question for all of us is, what will we choose to discover, and what will we fight to protect?